because everyone says hydration is the secret to healthy skin. Yet somehow, the wrinkles keep getting deeper, your cheeks don't look as full, and your skin has lost that healthy glow you once took for granted. Here's something that may surprise you. For many adults over the age of 60, the problem isn't that they're drinking too little water. The real problem is that water alone can no longer do the job it did when they were younger, and that changes everything. Today, I'm going to show you 5 simple additions that may help transform an ordinary glass of water into something far more supportive for aging skin. These are not luxury ingredients. Most of them are inexpensive, easy to find, and supported by research exploring how nutrition influences collagen production, skin hydration, and healthy aging. Stay with me until the very end, because the number 1 addition combines 2 ingredients that most people never think of using together. When my older patients first hear about it, they usually pause for a second and say, "Really? Those 2? But once I explain the science, it suddenly makes perfect sense." Before we begin, I'd love to know something about you. How old are you? And what is the one change you've noticed most in your skin? Is it the fine lines around your eyes? Loose skin around your neck? Dryness that no moisturizer seems to fix? Or maybe it's simply that your skin doesn't look as vibrant as it once did. Leave your age and your answer in the comments. I read as many of them as I can, and they help me understand what topics matter most to this community. Now let's talk about what really happens inside your skin after the age of 60. Most people believe wrinkles appear because they simply get older. But aging itself isn't the whole story. What's actually happening is a series of biological changes that slowly reduce your skin's ability to repair itself. One of the biggest changes involves collagen. Collagen is the main structural protein that helps keep skin firm, smooth, and resilient. You can think of it as the framework that supports everything underneath the surface. Beginning in adulthood, collagen production gradually declines, and over the decades, those changes become much more noticeable. At the same time, the skin also becomes less efficient at holding moisture, making it look thinner and feel drier. This is why 2 people can drink the exact same amount of water every day. Yet one person's skin still appears dehydrated. The issue isn't always the amount of water you're drinking. It's whether your skin has the nutrients and building blocks it needs to make the best use of that hydration. Researchers have spent years studying how nutrition influences skin health in older adults. Several clinical trials have found that certain nutrients may help improve skin hydration, elasticity, and the appearance of aging skin when combined with an overall healthy diet and lifestyle. While no single ingredient can stop aging, the evidence suggests that giving your body the right nutritional support may help your skin function more effectively as you get older. That's why today's countdown isn't about miracle cures. It's about understanding what your skin actually needs after 60. We're starting with number 5 and working our way toward the combination I believe offers the most interesting evidence. Let's begin. Number 5 is something almost everyone has in their kitchen. Yet very few people use it strategically for skin health. Fresh lemon, not bottled lemon flavoring, not sugary lemonade, just fresh lemons squeezed into water. At first glance, this might sound almost too simple. How could half a lemon possibly make any difference? The answer begins with vitamin C. Your body needs vitamin C to build collagen. Without enough of it, collagen production becomes less efficient. That doesn't mean drinking lemon water will erase wrinkles overnight. But it does mean you're providing one of the essential nutrients your body relies on to maintain healthy connective tissue. Lemons also contain naturally occurring plant compounds called flavonoids. Scientists continue to study these compounds because they appear to work alongside vitamin C in ways that may support overall skin health and help protect cells from everyday oxidative stress. Here's a story that reminds me why simple habits often matter more than expensive products. A woman in her early 70s came to see me because she had spent hundreds of dollars on premium skin creams. She wasn't looking 20 years younger. She simply wanted her skin to feel healthier again. When we talked about her daily routine, I discovered something surprising. She rarely ate fruit. She often skipped breakfast. She usually started her day with coffee and nothing else. Instead of recommending another expensive cream, we focused on building healthier daily habits. One of those habits was starting each morning with a glass of water and fresh lemon before breakfast, while also improving the overall quality of her diet. Over the next few months, she didn't describe a miracle. She described something much more believable. Her skin felt less dry. Her complexion looked brighter. And perhaps most importantly, she felt like she was finally supporting her body from the inside instead of chasing quick fixes on the outside. That's an important lesson. Healthy skin is rarely the result of one magical ingredient. It's usually the result of small haps repeated consistently over time. If you decide to try lemon water, keep it simple. Squeeze half of a fresh lemon into a glass of room temperature water and enjoy it as part of a balanced morning routine. If citrus fruits interact with any medications you take or you have medical conditions that require dietary restrictions, check with your healthcare professional first. Now, if you think lemon was surprisingly simple, wait until you hear what's coming next. The ingredient at number 4 is a mineral that most people have never associated with youthful skin, yet researchers have been studying its role in connective tissue for decades. Once you understand what it does, you'll never look at certain types of mineral water the same way again. Now let's move to number 4. This is probably the least talked about ingredient on today's list, yet it has quietly attracted the attention of scientists studying healthy connective tissue for years. I'm talking about silica. If you've never heard of silica in relation to skin, you're certainly not alone. Most people associate silicon with computer chips or glass manufacturing, but the silica found naturally in certain mineral waters and plant-based foods is something entirely different. It's a trace mineral that plays a role in the body's connective tissues, including skin, hair, nails, and bones. Think of collagen as the steel framework inside a building. Now imagine trying to construct that building without enough bolts and support pieces to hold everything together. The structure may still go up, but it won't be as strong or as resilient. That's one of the reasons researchers have become interested in silica. Some studies suggest that adequate silica intake may help support normal formation and connective tissue health, although research is still ongoing and it's certainly not a miracle solution. As we grow older, maintaining a varied, nutrient-rich diet becomes even more important because our bodies are simply less efficient at repairing tissues than they were decades earlier. One research team observed that adults with higher dietary silica intake tended to have healthier connective tissues, compared with those who consumed very little. While this doesn't prove that silica alone was responsible, it raised an important question that scientists continue to investigate. Could this overlooked mineral be one small piece of the healthy aging puzzle? Let me tell you about someone I'll call Margaret. Margaret had just celebrated her 71st birthday. She wasn't interested in expensive beauty treatments. She didn't want injections. She simply wanted to feel like she was taking better care of herself after retiring. During one of our conversations, she laughed and said, "I've spent more money on face creams than I ever spent on my first car." What surprised me wasn't what she was using. It was what she wasn't doing. Her daily diet had become very limited. She rarely drank mineral water. She almost never ate whole grains. Vegetables had become an occasional side dish instead of a regular part of her meals. So instead of recommending another expensive product, we focused on improving her nutrition from the inside out. She gradually added more vegetables, oats, cucumbers, and silica-rich mineral water into her routine. Several months later, she didn't tell me that she discovered the fountain of youth. She said something much more meaningful. "I finally feel like my body has what it needs." That's a mindset I wish more people embraced. Healthy aging isn't about finding one magical ingredient. It's about creating an environment where your body has the nutrients it needs to do the work it's designed to do. If you choose to increase your silica intake, you don't necessarily need a supplement. Some natural mineral waters contain silica, and foods such as oats, green beans, cucumbers, bananas, and whole grains also contribute to your overall intake. As always, supplements should only be considered after discussing them with your healthcare professional, especially if you have kidney disease or other chronic medical conditions. Now here's something interesting. Even if your body has all the building blocks for collagen, there's another challenge after the age of 60. The cells responsible for maintaining healthy skin simply don't respond as efficiently as they once did. It's a little like having a factory with all the raw materials sitting on the shelves, but fewer workers available to keep production moving. That brings us to number 3. And before I reveal it, let me ask you something. If you're finding this information genuinely helpful, take just a second to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Our goal isn't to promise impossible results. It's to help adults over 50 make informed decisions using practical habits and the best available evidence. Every week, we explore topics that can help you stay healthier, stronger, and more confident as you age. Now, number 3 may be one of the most misunderstood plants in the world. Most people think of aloe vera as something you apply after a sunburn. Very few people realize that researchers have also explored whether certain purified forms of aloe vera may support skin health from the inside. The important words there are certain purified forms. Not every aloe product is the same. Some products are designed only for topical use. Others may contain parts of the plant that can cause digestive problems if consumed. That's why quality and proper preparation matter. Inside the clear gel of the aloe vera leaf are naturally occurring compounds called polysaccharides. Scientists have been studying these compounds for years because they appear to interact with several biological processes involved in skin repair and hydration. Although research is still developing, some clinical studies have suggested that purified aloe preparations may help improve skin hydration and elasticity in certain groups of adults. One reason researchers find aloe so fascinating is that healthy skin depends on more than collagen alone. It also depends on maintaining the skin's natural moisture barrier. Think about a sponge sitting on your kitchen counter. A dry sponge becomes stiff, rough, and brittle. The moment you add water, it becomes softer and more flexible. Your skin behaves in a surprisingly similar way. Hydration doesn't erase wrinkles, but well-hydrated skin often appears smoother, healthier, and more resilient than skin that's chronically dry. I remember speaking with a retired school teacher named Helen. She had always taken wonderful care of everyone around her, but almost never paid attention to her own nutrition. She admitted that she usually drank coffee all morning and barely touched water until late afternoon. After improving her hydration habits, eating more colorful fruits and vegetables, and discussing a purified aloe supplement with her physician, she noticed that her skin no longer felt as tight by the end of the day. Was aloe the only reason? Probably not. Healthy aging almost never comes down to one single ingredient. But together, those small changes added up to something she could both see and feel. And that's really the message behind today's video. Small habits, repeated consistently, month after month, year after year. Because when we come back with number 2, we're going to talk about one of nature's richest sources of collagen-building nutrients, something that many people already have sitting in their freezer without realizing just how valuable it can be. Now we're down to the final 2. If you've stayed with me this far, you've probably noticed something important. None of these ingredients promise to erase decades of aging overnight. That's because healthy skin doesn't work that way. Real improvement comes from supporting your body consistently, not chasing quick fixes that disappear as fast as they appear. And that brings us to number 2. This is one of the few ingredients on today's list that actually provides the amino acids your body uses as raw materials to build collagen. I'm talking about collagen peptides. Over the last decade, collagen supplements have become incredibly popular, and with that popularity has come a lot of confusion. Some advertisements make it sound as though drinking 1 scoop of collagen every day will instantly smooth wrinkles and make your skin look 20 years younger. That's simply not how the human body works. When you consume collagen peptides, your digestive system breaks them down into smaller amino acids and peptides. Your body then uses those building blocks wherever they are needed. They don't travel directly to your face like a targeted skin treatment. So why are scientists interested in them? Because several randomized clinical trials have suggested that consistent collagen peptide supplementation may improve skin hydration and elasticity in some adults over time. Researchers believe these small collagen peptides may help support the skin's normal repair processes, although individual results vary depending on age, diet, overall health, and lifestyle. Think of it this way. Imagine you're renovating an old house. You can hire the best builders in town, but if there aren't enough bricks delivered to the job site, progress slows down. Your skin works in a similar way. As we grow older, our bodies become less efficient at maintaining collagen. Giving your body enough high-quality protein, including the amino acids found in collagen-rich foods or collagen peptide supplements, may help provide some of the raw materials needed for normal tissue maintenance. One gentleman I'll call Robert taught me an important lesson about expectations. Robert was 68 and loved fishing. He spent years outdoors without thinking much about sunscreen, hydration, or nutrition. When he first visited my clinic, he wasn't looking for perfection. He simply wanted to feel healthier. He had seen advertisements promising dramatic results from expensive anti-aging products and asked me which one actually worked. Instead of recommending a luxury cream, we talked about the basics: adequate protein, daily hydration, regular physical activity, good sleep, and after discussing it with his physician, adding collagen peptides to complement his already balanced diet. About 6 months later, Robert smiled and said something I'll never forget. I stopped looking for miracles, and that's when I finally started noticing changes. His skin felt less dry. He felt stronger overall. And perhaps most importantly, he had built healthy habits that benefited far more than just his appearance. That's the message so many advertisements leave out. There is no magic powder, no secret drink, no overnight transformation. Healthy skin reflects what's happening inside your body every single day. If you decide to try collagen peptides, look for products that have been independently tested for quality. They're easiest to mix into water because they dissolve quickly and have very little flavor. Pairing collagen with a balanced diet that includes enough vitamin C may help support your body's normal collagen production, since vitamin C is involved in the process. Now, before we reveal the number one addition, let me ask you something. Which of today's ingredients surprised you the most? Was it fresh lemon, silica, aloe vera, or collagen peptides? Tell me in the comments below. I always enjoy reading your experiences, and your questions often inspire future videos. Now, let's talk about the one ingredient that almost nobody expects to see on this list. It doesn't have flashy advertisements, it isn't expensive, and many people walk right past it in a grocery store without realizing it may be one of the simplest ways to support hydration and overall skin health. More importantly, when it's paired with one of the ingredients we've already discussed, it creates a combination that brings everything in today's video together. That final ingredient is coming up next, and once you understand why it earned the number one spot, you'll never look at your morning glass of water the same way again. And now we've reached number one. If you've been waiting for some rare superfood that costs $50 a bottle, you might be surprised, because the most powerful addition isn't exotic at all. It's something many nutrition experts have recommended for years, not because it promises miracles, but because it helps your body perform one of its most basic and important functions. The number one addition is electrolytes. But before you picture brightly colored sports drinks loaded with sugar, artificial flavors, and unnecessary additives, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about replacing the essential minerals your body naturally needs to maintain healthy hydration. As we get older, staying hydrated becomes more challenging. Our sense of thirst gradually becomes less reliable. Many older adults don't realize they're mildly dehydrated until they begin feeling tired, dizzy, or unusually fatigued. At the same time, aging skin naturally loses moisture more easily than it did decades earlier. That means hydration isn't simply about drinking more water. It's about helping your body retain and use that water effectively. Electrolytes, including minerals such as potassium, magnesium, calcium, and sodium, help regulate fluid balance throughout the body. They support normal nerve function, muscle activity, and many other essential processes. While electrolytes don't directly create collagen, they help maintain the hydration that healthy skin depends on. Think of your body like a garden. You can pour buckets of water onto dry soil. But if the soil isn't healthy enough to absorb and hold that moisture, much of the water simply runs off. Healthy hydration works in the same way. Water provides the moisture, nutrients provide the support, and together they create an environment where your skin can function at its best. Several years ago, I met a retired firefighter named James. James had always believed he drank plenty of water. He carried a large bottle with him almost everywhere. But despite that, he constantly complained about dry skin, muscle cramps, and afternoon fatigue. When we reviewed his daily routine, we realized something important. He was drinking large amounts of plain water but eating very little fruit, very few vegetables, and almost no foods naturally rich in minerals. His physician recommended improving his overall nutrition rather than simply increasing his water intake. He began eating more leafy greens, berries, yogurt, nuts, beans, and potassium-rich fruits. Occasionally, after discussing it with his healthcare provider, he also used a low-sugar electrolyte drink on particularly hot days or after long periods of physical activity. 3 months later, James didn't walk into the clinic claiming he had discovered the fountain of youth. Instead, he smiled and said, "I finally feel like my body is working with me instead of against me." His energy improved. He felt better hydrated. His skin no longer felt as dry. And perhaps the biggest change wasn't visible at all. He felt healthier. That's the difference between chasing beauty and supporting health. When your body functions better, your skin often reflects those healthy habits. Now here's the combination I promised at the beginning of this video. Every morning, start your day with a large glass of water. Add fresh lemon for vitamin C. If you're using collagen peptides and your healthcare professional agrees they're appropriate for you, mix them into that same glass because they dissolve easily and pair well with a balanced breakfast. Then make sure the rest of your day includes foods naturally rich in minerals and plenty of colorful fruits and vegetables. It's not one magical ingredient. It's the combination of healthy habits that matters. Remember what we've covered today. Fresh lemon provides vitamin C, an important nutrient involved in normal collagen production. Silica is a trace mineral found naturally in certain mineral waters and plant foods that researchers continue to study for its role in connective tissue. Purified aloe preparations have shown encouraging results in some studies, although research is still evolving. Collagen peptides may provide amino acids that support normal tissue maintenance when combined with an overall healthy lifestyle. And electrolytes help maintain the hydration your body depends on every single day. None of these ingredients can stop aging. None of them can erase decades of wrinkles overnight. And anyone promising that is selling fantasy, not science. But here's what they can do. They can help support your body's natural processes. They can encourage healthier hydration. And when combined with nutritious eating, regular physical activity, quality sleep, avoiding smoking, protecting your skin from excessive sun exposure, and following your healthcare provider's advice, they may contribute to healthier-looking skin over time. Growing older isn't something we should fear. Every line on your face tells a story. Every wrinkle represents years of laughter, challenges, love, resilience, and experience. The goal isn't to look 25 forever. The goal is to feel healthy, confident, and vibrant at every stage of life. Because true beauty has never been about perfection. It's about taking care of the body that has carried you through an entire lifetime. If you enjoyed today's video, please take a moment to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our future videos on healthy aging, nutrition, and living well after 50. And before you leave, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 5 additions are you most interested in trying? Or is there another daily habit that's helped your skin stay healthy over the years? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your experience might encourage someone else who's just beginning their own healthy aging journey. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourself. Stay healthy.